JonnyPink. This is the last of the 3 in the series here. I was again out. I'll have that linked up here. There's going to be, actually it'll be up on this side over here. There is the day I was out for the hummingbirds. This was all the same day. I went out into the field and I really was going down to the river to shoot stilts because I had 2 miserable days with a Sony. It's just not a camera for me. A lot of people think it's great, and that's fantastic. For me, I like Nikon, and I've said that so many times. I really do love the rich depth of color that Nikon has. And then I have my Hawks video, which is also linked up here. And yes, I did use a couple of photos in there. I used a bunch in there. They were part of a sequence. They were just a little bit soft, but man, it was part of that sequence, and I thought I'm going to keep it specifically for that. But if you look at the other photos, where the bird was flying at me, I'm cropped from the big 4x3. It's cropped in almost to the center because it was so far away, and it's still crystal clear. I absolutely love Nikon. I will be a Nikon DSLR guy until it falls apart. The D850 is simply amazing. The D780 is also amazing. So this is going to be the last in that series, down by the river, shooting the golden slippers or the egret that was down there. A couple of other birds as well. Quickly, I just want to tell you that my wildlife settings, if it's for fast-moving birds in flight, I use auto ISO. I select my shutter speed, which is typically 3,000 minimum, maybe 2,500. I try and get it up to 5,000, especially for hummingbirds. The aperture on my 300 millimeter, which I think is my sharpest f2.8. It's a very old lens, no VR, very heavy, but man, it's an amazing lens, and it wasn't that expensive. That I keep at f4. That seems to work the best. If it's a bird that's sitting on a branch, then I will take it, I will adjust, I'll definitely take it out of auto ISO and I'll put it to where I want it. But with Nikon, when you're looking through the viewfinder, it tells you what that auto ISO is, so I try and adjust it and keep it down low as I can. There's also a light meter inside there, and in the center is where it figures is perfect exposure. But I keep always my exposure compensation down at a negative 0.7, so I maintain the highlights, and I would prefer to shoot just slightly underexposed, so I'm watching that light meter come down this way a little bit, because you have so much more control over your photo. You have that Nikon has so much in the dynamic range, even on their older cameras, that you can really play with it in the raw files. There's no auto like you'll have on some of the entry-level cameras, like a D780 or any of the Sonys. It's just that it is what it is. And I'm not bagging on Sony, I'm just telling you my views on it. So I take it out of auto ISO, which is the only auto that I use. If it's a bird single shot, their single point is amazing. I can also control the Nikon with just a single shot, even though I'm in high, continuous high. My other favorite lens is my Tamron 150 to 600 G2 lens. It's super versatile, and it is extremely sharp as well. You do need good light for it because it's a slow lens. So on that one, if I'm shooting at 600 or 500, I try and keep it maybe 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that range, maybe an 8. The 500 f4 that I have is also a phenomenally sharp lens. However, it's not versatile. So you really, because that focal distance is not close, you have to back way up with it, and you have to be the zoom. So sometimes you're so far back to get the distance, your subject is still really small. It's a fantastic lens, and it would be great for sports and sometimes birds in flight. But I think that the Tamron 150 to 600 G2 is a better lens overall because of the versatility. So I'm going to show you some of the last of these photos. Man, this little juvenile, I'm going to guess it was a juvenile. It'd be running around, it would stop for a second, and then it would spaz out, and then it would run around some more, and it was just fun. So enjoy these photos with me, please, in the last of these 3 in a series. Thanks, man. I'll see you guys on the other side. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes. And well, I really hope that you enjoyed that with me. I hope you made it this far, in fact. Leave me some comments down there. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer. I don't know everything. I know about this much. I know about this much of everything there is to know, not even that much. So if you want to ask me questions, you can leave them down in the comment. My email is also in the email down in the description if you want to reach out to me. I'm good with that. And man, I'll answer whatever questions you have. You're welcome to leave me a comment. Even the negative ones are fun. I've been told I'm clueless. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. Bunch of others. Anyway, I'm good with all of it, man. So, JonnyPink, saying thanks a lot. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're going to be doing out there. James and I, when we were out riding, I'll have a link for that video over here as well. It was a phenomenal day of riding. Unfortunately, on the way back down, we were almost at the car. Angeles Crest is a really dangerous highway. And Sundays is a day you don't want to ride there. I don't know how many more times I will personally ride it because people do get hit there a lot, more so than on PCH. And there was a cyclist laying in the road, and there were 3 sheriff cars around it. And as we continued, he's covered with a sheet, corner coming up. So this would be my homage to a fellow cyclist. You guys live life as if today is going to be your last day. Live every second for everything it's worth. And I'll see you guys out on the road or with a lens. JonnyPink, we'll see you guys.